Hey CaptureOne users, this is Tim from RPG Keys, and I put together this quick video because I want to introduce an idea to you. The RPG Key is a programmable computer keyboard that has always been designed for use in Adobe's Lightroom and Adobe's Photoshop applications. But we've gotten a lot of requests from people for us to make a keyboard that's designed around the CaptureOne workflow. But we're not CaptureOne users. We're actually not Lightroom users anymore. We used to be photographers, and now we're just dorks that design keyboards. So we need your input. We want to know, what would you like us to put on an RPG key to make the use of CaptureOne that much better? And so this video is designed to give you a very quick introduction to RPG keys and to show you what's possible. So the first thing you're going to do when you get the RPG key selected is, and by the way, we're going to be doing this for the 16 key and the 21 key. But I'm going to do this demo. In fact, why don't we'll do this contest for the 21 key, but I'm going to do the demo on the 16 key because that's what I've got set up right now. The first thing you need to do is you need to go ahead and you need to select CaptureOne in the application drop-down menu. And then what you need to know from there is that every key can do three things. So if you program this key right now in any one of the function items, okay, you're going to be programming the first level on this key. If you hold down the Option 2 key and go and program this key, you're going to be doing the second level. And if you click the Option 3 key and go to this key, you're going to be doing the third level. And so whatever macros you put on any key, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner key down 101, slash 101, and slash 101. That's to give you an idea of what it is that you've put on each key. So again, the first concept is that every key on the RPG key can do three things. Now I want to show you what's possible. What kinds of things can the RPG key do? So that you know, when you're designing your dream keyboard, what can I put there? What is possible? So we're going to just go through the functions right here, and you could do this as well, but the first thing is a mouse click. You can do a left click, a right click, a middle click, multiple clicks, and you can do them at a certain location. So if I were to select Set XY and say Capture Mouse Tool, and I go and hover my mouse at this spot on the screen, it's going to record a mouse click at pixel 213x and 98y. So the first thing, which is useful, is that if you set up your CaptureOne in the same way every time on your computer screen, you can record that your mouse will click a button or a slider, you know, the same way every time you press that button. So that's the first thing. Keyboard shortcuts. This is very common. You know, any of the native shortcuts that exist in CaptureOne already, you can, you know, so Shift Command R. You could program to a key. Modifiers, like if you'd like to have a Shift key or an Option key, you can assign those to the keys, and you want to again follow the directions because you need to use the key up and key down tools. Open and run. If you've got another application that you want to often jump to from CaptureOne, you might select a file or an application here. RPG actions, which you don't see anything for CaptureOne at the moment. Menus. This is great. So this is a scan tool. When you hit scan, it activates CaptureOne and it creates a macro for every item and sub-item that it finds in the menus. So if there is a function like lock catalog that does not have a shortcut in CaptureOne, the RPG keys will make a macro to trigger this menu item every time you press that key. And it will do sub-menu items as well. So if there's adjustments or items, ratings that don't have shortcuts that you want to regularly trigger, this menu scan tool, again, just to hit the scan button, is going to be useful for you. You're obviously going to skip the one that says Lightroom Precepts and Photoshop Actions. The next one is a button actions, and again, it's a scan. When you hit scan, it's going to activate CaptureOne, and it's going to locate any buttons that it can find. And this is probably redundant because you can do the same thing with the XY mouse click. Of all of the tools, this is the one that's the least powerful at the moment. Moving down, macro stacker. This allows you to combine macros that you've created into a string so that you can push one button on your RPG key and it will do multiple things. Auto text, if you're keywording your photos, you can put a phrase here like wedding cake, and anytime that the cursor is selected in CaptureOne, it will just type that text. And then the last one here is the context menu. And what you do here is the context menu is a lot of people don't know this. It's the menu that you see when you right click. So if I right click right here, this is the context menu. And if there's an item in here that you would like to regularly select, like for example trash, if there's no shortcut for it, this is a tool that will create a shortcut for all of these things. So let's go ahead and do it. So I'm going to hit context menu, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to right click my mouse. It's going to activate CaptureOne, and I'm going to right click my mouse on the screen, and it's going to create a macro for each of those things. So here we go. Context menu scan, and right click, and there it is. It says scan complete. And so here is a macro for every single item in that context menu at that location. So again, it records the X and Y location, and then it creates a macro that will grab all of these items. And so you can see here, give you an idea that they're all there. So that's it's pretty much the sky's the limit. You can pretty much do anything you want, and we just want to know what would you, the lovers and users of CaptureOne, what would your RPG key look like? And again, why don't you go ahead and design this using the 22 key or 21 key RPG key. All right, take care. And look for me on Skype at RPG Keys if you have questions about what is or is not possible.